Hello, Naveen.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm also good. Okay. Now let's look at the notes that you got for today.
Yeah.
It is called Settling Outside India.
Yes, settling outside India.
Okay.
And may I ask you one question here?
Yes.
So, uh, do you want to live in India, or do you have any wish to settle in other countries?
No, I want to live in India only.
Why?
Because I have lived abroad. I have lived in a different country. I have lived in Doha. And I have seen the world, but I want to live in my country. I want to do something in my country, for my country. I want to contribute in my country's growth. That's how I want to contribute.
Great. So, recently you went to Australia, and did you observe any particular point? Can you share a few points? What is the difference between India and Australia? What are the points you observed?
There is a huge difference in the medical facilities. I saw, my sister gave her delivery in a government hospital, but the government hospital was also as good or better than a private hospital in India, or as good, you can say.
Okay.
Everything was free. They take such good care of you. So medical facility is too good in Australia, and the the infrastructure, definitely there is no pollution, and roads are so nice. It is not crowded, it is not polluted, it is not highly populated, so that is the good thing. But what I like about India is the liveliness, is the cheerfulness, it is the noise. There's so many people. It is not dead. It is not a dull place. It is all the time. People are active. People are celebrating something. So there is a lot of difference between a developed country in India, and India has a long way to go, considering our huge population, and we have so many issues that other countries don't have. Main problem is our caste problem.
Yes, caste
That is the
problem.
number one problem in India, the caste system, because of which it is taking so long to eradicate poverty.
Yes.
Yeah. So caste system, it does not exist in the developed countries. That is why they had an advantage. And this thing is holding India back.
Okay. And in other foreign countries, in developed countries, they don't have a caste system. Or, if there is any competitive exam, and is there any reservation in that exam?
No reservation.
No reservations. Here we have reservation system.
Yes. So what do you think about reservation system?
Earlier we have, only few people are who belongs to the one caste, and they are ruling all the government sectors, and they have all the jobs. So at that time, Ambedkar thought that if there is no reservation system, always in that caste, really, that people only do that jobs, and other caste or lower caste may not get the government jobs. So here we have to give reservation to the backward classes. So if we give reservation, and they can also, they write government competitive exams, and they also get government jobs. And if they get government job, and they can educate their children also if they got. So they thought like that, and they took reservation system at that time. But comparing to olden days, earlier days, now we are facing not that much what we call casteism or casteism. Can we call it, or is there any other word?
Casteism, yes.
Casteism. Comparing to the olden days and nowadays, it's somewhat reduced. We can see in rural areas and some remote areas. If we take metropolitan cities, and we nowadays we are seeing many love marriages, and they're marrying a girl from other caste. And so nowadays parents also, 70% of parents are agreeing intercaste marriages. So that is a good sign, I think. Earlier days, and we don't have, parents don't encourage love marriages, and we have to get arranged marriages. Nowadays, people are, they are selecting their loved ones, and they are what we call, they are getting, marriages. So that's what I think.
Okay. Now you can see an image. Can you see the image?
Give me one. Yes, here, let's look at an image and here and try to
What
understand.
on- Yes. What do you think?
Um, if I, from that image, I can say that he lost his job. Uh, so that is the one thing, and I can say that if he attended an interview and he didn't get job in that interview, or something. If I observed the background also, and he didn't get a visa. I think so. He applied for visa and he didn't get a visa. So I can say those three points. Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So you think he did not get visa, but it can be something else also. He might be very stressed at his workplace, or he is feeling very rejected or disappointed by something. So
Yes.
have you?
Yeah. I can share you one point. If if he felt stress at work area, you don't he don't go to that much of depression, and he didn't if he feel stress at work area, he can go to we have cafeteria, and he can go to there and he can sit and he can have some coffee or tea, or if he is a smoking habit, so he can smoke. So in my prospect, I thought it is not work stress, so bigger than that.
Have you ever faced an extreme stressful situation like this?
Yes, whenever if I work very hard, so I go to outside and I'll have a cup of tea, and I will I will watch comedy videos on my phone on YouTube, or uh, I will speak to my friends, and we group of friends will will do chit chat together.
No, have you faced any extremely stressful situation where you are like, okay, I don't know what to do. I feel like my world is crashing down. Have you ever felt like that?
No, I never felt that much. My world is flat, and that much pressure I didn't took as of now. By by God's grace, and
Okay, so you handle everything with calm and composure.
yes, yes. No, yeah. Whenever I get stressed, I have few what we call few options to reduce my stress.
Hmm. So what do you do when you feel stressful?
Yeah, as I told you, I watch comedy videos,
Hmm.
and I will share my stress with my friends, and one more thing, I will watch motivational videos also.
And
So
comedy
I
with.
have, yeah, comedy videos and motivational videos, and few things are there. You know, if we focus on our problem, and it's like very, it's the views are big, and we have to uh, go away from that problem, and we have to see from there. And if we see from there, and we can see that it's very small thing, and we can overcome that. So don't focus too much to that problem, and have many solutions. God first sends solution, then He will send a problem. So we have to search for that solution. So every problem has a solution. So we have to search for the solution. God sends us solution first, then followed by problem.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's the things I believe. So and how you and my question is to you: how you will handle, how you will handle your stress, how you will overcome.
By
Then
by crying.
that is correct answer for that problem or stress.
About stress.
Is crying answer, and
What?
I'm
What?
asking that you said whenever you feel stress, you said that you will cry, right?
Yes. Yes.
I am asking you that is crying is the answer for that problem?
It is not, but but when you feel very overwhelmed with your emotions, then when you cry, you feel like you have done something. for a for a brief moment, you feel that okay, you feel good. It just releases your tension, and then after crying hard, you realize that it is not useful. The problem is still there. Then you get the energy to come up think about the solution, right? Because you know that crying is useless, it is not going to solve anything, but it helps you physically and emotionally, so that you come to that state of mind where you can tackle that situation, and then I'm fine again. I cry for
Only
some time, then I'm fine
then
again.
you will cry.
Yeah, then I fight back, and then I pray to God, and then I become positive, and then repeat.
So, reading some positive books or watching some motivational videos.
Yes, yes,
Did you
yes,
do that?
yes, yes. Sometimes I listen to too many motivational videos, and then I realize listening to too many motivational videos is also not going to help you.
Yes.
You have to take action. Yeah. When you keep listening to motivational videos, it just feels like you're doing something productive, but you're actually not doing anything. You're only listening.
Yes.
Okay. So you fall in that loop also. But no, motivational videos are good only for some time. You should listen a little bit. And then you
Yes.
have to motivate yourself.
We have to motivate ourselves, and we have to take the positivity from that video, and we'll skip, and we have to go to our routine. So not only to watch all the day and through throughout the day.
Throughout the day, yes.
Yeah, throughout.
You have to keep yourself motivated throughout the day, yourself, through your mental dialogue, through your
Yes,
self talk. If you do that, when you have positive self talk, when you talk to yourself positively, you automatically get energy.
yes.
Yes,
We
and then
have to maintain, we have to maintain burning desire. If we have the burning desire, so we
mm,
can motivate ourselves itself.
yes. Do you want to ever settle outside India?
No.
Why not?
Uh, and I'm from India, and I want to live in my country. And if if I have a chance to go abroad, and I'll go and I'll work there, and after work, and I'll come back my country, and I will settle in our country only. Why? Because if I settle in foreign, I can take only my wife to that place. So I can't take my total family, my relatives. So that is the biggest reason why I don't want to settle there. If it is any emergency or if it is any functions, and I may not attend from there. So if I stay in India, and I can go to relatives home, and I can attend any functions, and I can attend any emergency situation. So it is any emergency, and I can go there, and I can give my support to them. So that is the biggest reason why I don't want to settle in abroad.
Okay. Tell me one thing that separates India from the rest of the world.
Mm, in terms of what
Anything.
geographically or
You'll have to say that. What sets India apart? Maybe not one thing, you can say more than
sure.
one.
I can say that unity in diversity.
Okay.
Unity in diversity. Yeah. Why? Because we have, comparing to the other countries, we have many religions and many castes, many languages here, and we have, our India gave freedom to the all religions. Anybody can take any religion, and
Mm.
anybody can pray to any god. And we don't have religious restrictions in our country. And if we take few countries, and they are maintaining religious restrictions, so they have to follow their god. They have to follow the that what we call their restrictions by the government. So here we don't have that type of restrictions in India. That is the biggest thing from other countries when we discuss about India. We have
Okay.
a great freedom to everyone.
Which country is the best to settle in at the moment?
Mm. Comparing to our neighbor countries, I can say India is the best country to settle in.
What?
Comparing to the, if I compare with our neighbor countries, we have neighborhood countries, right? Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal. So those countries are sharing border with us.
Hmm.
So comparing with those countries, and India is the best country to live in. And if I take a whole world, and I read newspapers, and I watch in news, I think Finland and Switzerland is the best country to live in.
Why?
So they're happy. They are when I saw the happiness index, and they are the top one, and they took the place top one, first place and second place in happiness index, world happiness index. Switzerland, Finland. So based on that index, I'm saying those countries.
Hmm. Okay. If you could say one thing NRIs miss about India according to you, what is it?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
If you could say at least one thing that NRIs miss, NRI, the
Oh,
Indians
yeah,
who
yeah.
live.
Non-resident India. Yeah, NRI. So
Hmm.
NRI. Mm,
What do you think? According to you, what do they miss?
and first of all, they are missing their relatives, and they are missing our culture, and they are missing in Indian atmosphere. So first of all, they are missing that feeling that they are living in other countries. So if I'm living in my own country, so if I go to another country, I don't have that much freedom how how I behave in my own country. So I may not behave like that in other countries. So that is the biggest thing they are missing. So is there any word for that particular word to say about the situation?
I can't think of any specific word. You mean they miss their, their relatives?
Not yeah, relatives, but here I can share you one situation. So here, I am living in my own country. So here, I know what we can. I can feel that I have power. This is my country. I can do anything here. If I go other country, so I don't feel same feeling. So I don't feel that this is not my country, so I have to be careful. So I cannot do all the things what I did in my own country. So we have that type of fear, right? So we may not do all the things how we do in our country. We may not do that things in other countries, right?
Hmm. Right.
Uh, yeah.
Okay. Why do you think some people never wish to leave India? Do you know someone like that? Of course, it's you.
Sorry, question is that who don't like to live in India, or who don't like to live in apart from India?
No, I will say who don't want to live in India. Why some people they don't like India? They don't want to live in India.
Uh, in my surroundings, I don't have any person. I don't have such type of person, but I can I can say a few things here. If few people are going to the other countries and they are seeing in other countries, developed countries, their roadways and their skyscrapers and buildings and the technology they are using, comparing to the our country. So few countries are very advanced. So so our country is somewhat, comparing to these countries, our country is somewhat back. So we are wish to live in this developed country. So we don't want to live in our own country. So some people are saying, so those are the reasons why they want to live in other countries compared to our India,
Hmm. Okay.
according to me. Yeah, in my prospect.
Okay. Okay, Naveen, we have come to the end of the session. It was a lovely conversation with you. So you are expressing yourself well. You try to explain and express your thoughts as elaborately as possible. So continue that, keep it up, and continue keep working on the grammar part, right? Grammar and your overall delivery. Fine. So keep listening to English audios, English content. Listen and then speak. Unless you speak, the growth is not going to be that much. Okay, so that's it for today. It was a pleasure talking to you. We'll talk to you again very soon. Bye bye.
So pleasure talking to you. And teach me one new word, please.
One new word.
Yeah, anything.
You can say, brain drain.
No, I didn't. And can you spell it? Brain?
Brain drain. You find out the meaning. Brain and drain.
Okay. No.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you find the meaning. It's your homework.
Oh, sure, sure. I will find it and I will try to make a sentence by using that word, brain drain.